So how are you doing with all of the new changes during these challenging times? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we sometimes rant, educate, lead, and inspire. Today we're going to talk about some of the changes I've encountered, some of the changes I've seen, and some of the changes that I'm anticipating, maybe yes, maybe no. Let's start with there were some actually good things about this, okay? Now, you know, in a time where you can't go to the barber shop anymore, to have been voted the person with the hairline most likely to recede can actually be a virtue in this particular case. Let me tell you a story. Today I went to the grocery store, and in the course of walking in the aisle, I passed a person of a gender who shall remain nameless, and in a very non-threatening and friendly way said, "Good morning, how's it going?" And this person reached into his or her purse and pulled out some sanitizer and started washing their hands. Completely different effect. Normally when I say good morning, how you doing, the other person just goes home and gives me a look with the eyeballs like, what are you doing, what are you talking about? Come on. What other changes are we going to see? Okay, well, first of all, also in the grocery store, there's lines on the floor now where you park. The cashier has a window to block them, which didn't have a couple days ago. I understand in other parts of the country they put it up right away, but here in the Midwest, where we're woefully behind the times, they just started to put it up, which is a good thing. You know, of course, people are going to have to now, and this is a good thing for me, under the heading of being a sales trainer and being a speaker, people are going to have to go through some training about how to sell online. That can open up some new jobs, both as far as being the teacher and also being the person that is a student starting to learn. Now, the other day you may have noticed that in this video I mentioned that this doctor that's the expert in South Korea, the country that is moving the fastest in the right direction, said absolutely we need to have face masks. And then the person interviewing him followed up and said, well, if the virus can get transmitted through the nose, the mouth, and the eyes, what's the story there? Well, if I was in the safety glasses industry or figure out some way to make eyewear, that would be a new opportunity, because people very soon, you know, I just heard on the news today, I mentioned it a couple days ago when nobody was talking about it. Now I hear them starting to talk about everybody wearing masks. Pretty soon they're going to start talking about people wearing protective eyewear, either glasses, and of course the fashionistas will come up with something so you'll be the prettiest or the most handsome person with eyewear, even if you don't need glasses. Okay, China is starting its new school year online. Hello everybody, guess what's going to be happening here soon? All right. Also, I've been getting a tremendously large number of new Facebook friends, people making friend requests. Now, let me be candid. I'm not really a Facebook guy, and I try to avoid it. I somehow got onto it in the beginning, and now all these people are, you know, and I don't really accept requests from people unless I really know them, or I know they have an affiliation with something that's important to me. But I'm getting all these Facebook requests, and I would imagine I'm not the only one. If I'm doing it, I imagine somebody that's actually popular is getting a whole bunch more than I am. Pretty soon, I think we're probably going to have some online bars. How about you go into Cheers, everybody's online, George Wendt walks in and everybody goes, "Norm!" All right? They do that from their home. Here's something that probably won't happen. I was thinking about a virtual policeman's ball. You remember the police always come around and they want you to buy tickets to the policeman's ball? Well, to me that was always a virtual event anyway, because nobody went to the policeman's ball. All they did was sell tickets. It was a fundraiser. It was a good thing. So anyway, by the way, I'm on a virtual diet, and I'm going to make the little badges that say, "Ask me how." All right, I'm on a virtual diet. Pretty soon we'll also have a dating test kit. Before you go out on a date, don't you want to make sure that your date is perfectly safe? You need a dating test kit. You can get the results in less than 5 minutes. Of course, that'll be the end of your date in 5 minutes as well. One other thing I think we're going to have. I think we're going to have, and this is something that's going to take science some time to do, transporter rooms. You know, like in Star Trek, where they go, beam me to the planet, energize. Well, who wants to go to the grocery store? Who wants to, you can't travel anywhere. The airplanes, the airlines, for all intents and purposes, I mean, who wants to sit next to 6 people nowadays? But if we have some sort of a device that can transport us from Maine to California, would that not be a great thing? Would it not be a great thing if we could get our groceries and have them transported into our house? So scientists, let's get to work on that. That's something that we need. Something else I anticipate, virtual things. I think somewhere down the road we're going to have virtual funerals, virtual wakes. Okay, what would a virtual wake be like? Where they have the camera and they're showing a picture of the person's dead body? Boy, that's an exciting concept. Virtual confirmations, virtual bar mitzvahs, that would be a great thing. I'm actually thinking myself of getting a virtual nose job. All right, now in addition to that, what other things can we see happening? How about some drive-throughs? How about a drive-through pedicure or a tattoo parlor or a drive-through nipple piercing? How about this? How about drive-through colonoscopies or drive-through vasectomies? These would be great ideas, no? Now, at least more than half of U.S. adults say that they have prayed for an end to the spread of the coronavirus. Now, religious nuns, okay, people that describe themselves as atheists or agnostics, are less likely than those who identify with the religion to say that they've prayed for an end to this outbreak. But 36% of those who describe their religion as nothing in particular say they've prayed about the virus. Now, intense prayer and visualization, that is, visualizing the desired final outcome only. Don't visualize how we're going to get there. Visualize the final outcome only, and that will open the communication corridor to the infinite mind. And then what we need to do, we need to be ready to receive each puzzle piece. The infinite mind wants to help us, wants to cooperate with us, wants to give us a solution. But solutions come sometimes whole, not most of the time, but most of the time in puzzle pieces that we have to, assemble to get the answer. So we have to capture these puzzle pieces and share them. Now sometimes it'll come as a mind flash, sometimes it'll come, you're brushing your teeth, you'll get an intuitive thought, or sometimes there'll be an unforeseeable circumstance that will arise, that will click, that you can say, I can put those pieces together. So let's all put on our thinking caps, our creative juices. That's the way you do it. You pray or you send a vision to the infinite mind, the infinite being, and the infinite being, the infinite mind will respond with some answers. And most importantly, let's get a vaccine for this thing. All right, I know that takes 12 to 18 months or longer, but boy, can we use a vaccine for this thing or what? And because we will never end our meeting, our rant, on a philosophical note, let's all get out there, stay inside, and charge! I'm Eli's dad.